Just heard the song Pada B'Sholem Nafshi, which is the traditional song on the holiday of the liberation of the Alter Rebbe, where, in fact, he was notified about his being released when he was saying that chapter, which means Pada B'Sholem Nafshi. My soul has been freed in peace. And we conclude with Vani Eftach Boch, I have total faith in you. And as I mentioned yesterday, this is because of Yutes Kislev, and once again, Gut Yom Tov, Yutes Kislev, the 90th day of Kislev, which is actually today, the day of liberation of the Alter Rebbe from prison. Yesterday I explained briefly that what the Alter Rebbe has added or transformed Judaism, that it's not a to-do list, it's an experience, it's a relationship. Let me share with you a fascinating experience I had as a young boy, 16 years old probably. Learning in yeshiva in France, we were privileged to be surrounded by illustrious individuals, great scholars, great chassidim. And at one point, we had a new chassid that came to the yeshiva, a fellow by the name of Rabbi Zushe Silberstein. Rabbi Zushe Silberstein is a Jew that arrived with his wife and his one son, straight from Russia. This Rabbi Zushe had a beard, twice my size, Russian cap, serious look to himself. He had experienced some very tough years. He was imprisoned, and he spent 6 years in Siberia, compliments of the communist regime. His crime? He was caught teaching a few little Jewish boys Aleph Beis, reading Hebrew. I think he had 6 students, and for each one he got 1 year. So he had a total of 6 years of harsh Siberian experience. Never did he share with us the challenges that he had. We did find out that when they wanted to cut his beard, he put his hands on his beard and he said, if you cut my hands. Finally, they let him go. Never did he work on a Shabbat. Never did he eat something non-kosher. Oh, fasting was definitely a part of his daily menu. The only time that he had really a lot of traditional food was on Pesach, when we're supposed to have the maror, the bitter herbs. Oh, bitter herbs he had kilos, not to eat but to experience. And as I said, he never shared with us any of it. One particular Yutet Kislev, at a gathering, at a Verbringen, the Chassidic Verbringen. Custom has it, you say some l'chaim, you drink a little vodka. He loosened up, not in his demeanor, but in his tongue. And then we pushed him a little, and he said, okay, I'll tell you one thing. And he says the following. When I was taken into custody, before going to Siberia, I was in prison. I shared my cell with a great rabbinic figure at that time of Russia. Food consisted of 400 grams of bread, a little bit of warm water in the morning, and a soup in the evening. I'm not going to tell you what the soup was. It wasn't kosher. And we refused to eat it. But after a few days it became hunger pangs. Because when the administration saw that we're not eating the soup, means we're not hungry, so they cut the ration of bread to 200 grams. A few days passed, and the Rav shares with me and says, we have to start eating the food. It's life-threatening. And according to halacha, that's what we must do. Rabbi Zushe said, I'm okay. You want to eat? Go ahead. A few more days passed, and this rabbi couldn't take it no more. And he turns around to Rabbi Zushe and he says, I am the halachic, I am the rabbinic authority, and I'm imposing upon you, you must start eating. And Rabbi Zushe burst out crying and he said, I tried to explain to him, it's not that I don't want to eat, I can't eat it. That's not kosher. That's what the Alter Rebbe has accomplished. That not eating non-kosher is not because it is forbidden, because I can't eat it. I'm in a relationship with God, and in that relationship there is absolutely nothing impure that could come in. That's Yutes Kislev. Good Yom Tov and good Shabbos.